Hey, what's up? Listen, we've been creating content on this platform for a long while now. And for those of you that have been tuning in, have gotten to know me, Alyssa, and now Noah. It's been super exciting. But as you can imagine, there's some ups, there's some downs, some things that we expect to happen, and some unexpected things. And recently we got a comment that was just way over the line. Listen, I'm a big boy. I can put on my big boy pants. Alyssa, she's got thick skin as well, and we all know it's part of the game. But this one particular comment rubbed me the wrong way so much that I did have to take some steps forward to make sure that I protect the safety of my family. Just kind of is what it is. So in today's video, we'll talk about some of the fun things that are happening on the channel. We'll talk about that stupid comment and what we had to do there. But I'm going to break this video up into a couple of chapters. But before I get started, I just want to say sincerely, thank you all for watching this channel. Seriously. We are about to hit 95,000 subscribers, closely around 100K, and it's a goal that I've had for some years now. But over time, I've realized that with this whole new YouTube algorithm and the clickbait and the overdramatic titles, I just want to talk about some stuff, what we plan to do going forward. Every now and then, we pump out one of these videos. So if you're new here, what's up? My name's Griff. My wife's Alyssa, and we have Noah with us, with a new baby boy soon to be on the way. So let's break this video into chapters. That way you can skip ahead, do what you need to do. That way you can save some time. Let's jump in. So the first chapter we're going to get into is just welcoming the new baby boy to the channel. We're going to talk about details, when he's going to be coming, stuff like that. Expect the calendar, group cruises. That way you guys can know what's going on. Chapter 2, we're just going to get into what to expect this Thursday. We went to Epic Universe. So I just want to give you guys a lay of the land. We're going to take a little bit of a cruise break, a very, very small one. It's going to be like a behind the scenes video of what we did that day. And we'll get into it. Chapter 3, I'm going to get into the Noah's comment, like what's really happening on YouTube, what really pissed me off, and what we're going to do moving forward, try to alleviate the issue moving forward. And then I'm just going to get into the last chapter, which is just this huge just conundrum. What the weirdness is going on YouTube cruise channels right now? It's not just me, it's across everywhere. And you're seeing it, it's affecting you guys, so you're gonna wanna stay along to hear my thoughts and opinions on that. Then I'm gonna wrap up everything to where we stand and send you guys off on your day. Sound good? Sound fair enough? Let's jump in. So, chapter 1, baby boy. He's coming. We have not chosen a name yet, but we recently announced that Alyssa is pregnant and we are expecting, and they'll be born in August, which unfortunately does affect our group cruise in September on Utopia of the Seas. But the good news is I will be there. I will be there celebrating, hanging out with you guys. Alyssa's going to stay at home with the baby boy, and hopefully my mother comes in and assists with Noah. Now, this group cruise is taking place on the President's Cruise, which is super exciting because a lot of events are already going to be in place on that ship. So once we get a closer idea of what's going to be happening, I'm super excited to do. But if it's anything like our first President's Cruise on Allure of the Seas, they're going to have a lot of events there. There was like champagne in Central Park. There was a party in the solarium where they brought in like barbecue and champagne, and they did like ice sculptures. There was giant pool parties, tons of other things that I can't wait to do. Personally, I've always wanted to do a slot pool. Would love to do some bar hopping at the Pesky Parrot and do like the Rising Tides bar. The good thing is that I'll be there. Super excited to hang out with you all. Rose will be there. She's super excited to hang out with y'all. We'll meet, greet, take some photos, have some fun. But, you know, it's just a good time for us to hang out, get to know each other, and go from there. However, let's move into chapter 2, which is Epic Universe. Now, because Alyssa can't go on the group cruise in September on Utopia of the Seas for the President's Cruise, like I just mentioned, she did feel a little bad, and she still wanted to do something with y'all. It's like you guys are the community, you want to have fun. So we had this creative idea, super fun. It's land-based. It is a trip at Epic Universe. If you're interested in that, click the link in the description box below. It's called ahoy365.com/epic. Okay, it's going to be an epic field trip with us. If you're interested in going, we're going to provide more details later in another video on Thursday where we show you guys what we did going behind the scenes with Rose. We're just kind of hanging out, seeing what a VIP tour was like. Listen, we didn't get invited to this. We were just hanging out with Rose, and she's super cool, super down to earth, and we want to plan a group trip with you guys there. That way you can meet Noah and Alyssa, and I don't think the baby boy will be there. It might be a little too cold or too hot, but my point is it is an excellent opportunity for us to hang out. Listen, Epic Universe, super fun. Good food, amazing rides, and I can't wait to show you guys on Thursday. So if you want to see that and you're new here, click the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified when the Universal video comes out. Typically, this channel is only about cruising, cruise travel, but we're starting to expand to like theme parks and stuff, which is kind of cool too. So if you're into that, you know, then hang around. Sound good? Sounds good. Now, moving into chapter 3, which is the comment that we received on our channel that was just absolutely horrendous. Now, I'll spare you all of the details because I really want to keep this video short, punchy, get you in and out as fast as possible. But the comment basically threatened us that they're going to throw me and my family off of the ship. And now you're thinking, whoa. There's no way that, that comment came through, or maybe they're being facetious or sarcastic. No, they're pretty well intent that I can't wait to meet you guys so I can throw you off the ship. I can't stand you. Now, I am used to having my big boy pants on, and Alyssa's got some thick skin, right? But when it comes to Noah, we are very hyper defensive. When it comes to threatening our family and you're going to throw someone off the ship, we are intentionally aware. But when I think about it, I never thought we'd get this amount of hate for just talking about cruises on YouTube. When you think about it, the nuts and bolts of our channel, it's things to do, how was the food, how was the experience, and should you do it? But some people who watch this channel really take it personal. They can't stand the opinion, they get kind of heated, and they make threats. And one of those threats was throwing Noah off the ship. I don't know why that crossed their mind, but that's things that we can't tolerate. I did have to report it to YouTube. And on YouTube, there is like block comment, there is report comment, but I had to go through the file of everything of like submitting their username, submitting the comment, and basically letting YouTube take it as far as they want to make sure that even if they create new profiles, they can't come watch our channel any longer. But like many other creators, I imagine they get hateful comments too. Sometimes ours are racial slurs of being in an interracial relationship and making a baby together. Sometimes there are comments about just hating the way I look, the color of my skin. Sometimes they hate the way Alyssa looks and the color of her skin. We get this nonsense from like white people, black people, and anything in between. But at the end of the day, I really feel like that's like less than 1% of our audience. 99.9% of the people that watch our channel are loving, caring, and you can engage in a very healthy conversation with us, which is great because I feel like that is the nature of YouTube and just the cruise community. Everyone's pretty nice, except you do have some really bad nuggets in there. And that's going to help me segue into this chapter here, which is just the state of cruise YouTube right now. When we create content on YouTube and some of your favorite creators and some of lesser known creators, whatever it is, I'm noticing a little bit of a pattern with content of like, if you get invited on a press trip, viewers such as yourself feel like we're going over the top. It's over salesy. It's like a commercial. And then people that are, let's say paying their own money to go on a trip and creating content, they're overly dramatic. They're over sensationalizing. They're like drama sales type of thing. I've seen it on both. And when we create content like fail or sale, which you've heard me talk about this in a little bit in the past, people feel like we're complaining and we're unhappy and we should be grateful that we're even on a cruise and etc. And we're trying to give you guys the cleanest, most appropriate opinion as possible. And on the flip side, as soon as we get invited on a trip, we're sellouts and we've been paid and we're liars and we're over the top. And it is insane getting like this double-edged sword of just trying to get you guys super engaging, helpful content so you can just go enjoy your cruise. Really, like I said earlier, that's the nuts and bolts of what we do. We just want to make sure you guys are set when you go on your cruise. But for the most part, like, it's better than being at work, man. When you go on a cruise, it's really fun. It's really relaxing. Not a lot can go bad. There's like a few handful of cruises that have been super bad. But that's the thing. When you're super over dramatic and sensationalized and drama sells, for some reason, YouTube is just favoring that type of content. And it's very, very frustrating. It's frustrating for me. It's frustrating for you, the viewers, the community. It's frustrating for every other content creators who's just like, I feel like I've got to like make something bad just for the sake of it being bad. And then when you get invited on something, you feel like, you guys, the viewers, are being sold to. It's wild. So for example, I recently just made a Norwegian Aqua video about 20 things you should expect for the Norwegian Aqua. And I also did one like 15 things for MSC America that I wish I knew before going. So I made those two videos and they're not doing as well, but they're helping people. The comments overall are like, thank you for helping me prepare for my trip. And that's why we got into this thing in the first place. That's fun. They typically don't do as well. And so when we get invited on trips, this helps the channel. But again, we talked about how people feel like we're not being honest. It's a lie. We're being sold to, right? But that video is doing one of the best because, again, we use some sort of title that YouTube would definitely pull for the algorithm. It's got almost 100,000 views, which is really good. Go check it out. It's our honest opinion, but it was a collaboration. Super fun. But for some viewers, they feel like the brands have a control of what we say or what we do. And I want to be clear. Alyssa and I have started to decide, like, awesome, not every trip for us is paid or invited. In fact, if we go on 12 cruises a year, typically, one year was like 17, 80 to 90% of those cruises are on us, with a small smidge of it being like invites or paid collaborations. And so what that looks like is maybe 2 or 3 a year where we get invited to do something, and it's because it's the launch of a new cruise ship. But man, I have a question for you guys in this video here. What do you think about press trips and paid collaborations? Do you guys want to see us do any invites? They're 2 to 3 a year typically. Or do you rather see us full send, just go out and do everything on our own? Again, remember the double-edged sword that we deal with. Now, to be honest, I have enjoyed working with some brands and building a relationship. They're so excited to get us on a ship so we can make cool content that you guys enjoy. For example, that Norwegian Aqua video was so fun to make. We did a great job. The video's doing well. You guys enjoyed it. Some people feel like they're being sold to, but I can't change your opinion. And another good company that we've worked with is Royal Caribbean. You've seen us doing work with them in the past. Now, for me, when we're doing collaborations, I like to look at the people behind the brand. So it's really easy for people to be like, it's a brand, it's a company, it's a corporation. And that's true, but there are people that work there, people with families, people with relationships. And I love the companies that are building relationships with the creators. I think they should work with more creators. NCL does a fantastic job doing that. And they give you a really wide range to talk about things. So for example, when we're not excited about something, they do ask for feedback, and then they say, hey, just give us your honest opinion, which is super cool because that gives me the freedom of speech. That's what we like doing on the channel anyway. And typically those videos do better when they let us say what we want. Royal Caribbean, for example, does another good job. Alyssa has been critical in some areas, and I tell you, they're like, oh, thanks for the feedback. That's really good. So those are 2 examples that I wanted to give you, who people just like great people who are working, trying to build a really fun, amazing product for you, like year after year. And then, there are some companies who are like a challenge to work with. They kind of put you in this tight box. They want to control everything you say, everything you do. And you're just like, listen, no, I don't really want to go. I'll still buy your product. I'll still invest in your product. I'm going to do, because we want to create content for you guys to show you what the experience is. And for one instance, Alyssa said no to one. She's like, no, we're not gonna do it. No, it's okay. We said no 3 or 4 times, and then we finally like, okay, fine. Listen, this is a cool opportunity for us to get to know you, you to get to know us. We create like a relationship, and that way, when we want to create some content, like you'll be able to create some content, you'll be able to see certain experiences, and that way you get an authentic review of it. Oh my gosh. It was a nightmare, absolute nightmare. And I won't share the name of the company, but I'm sure you could probably guess. Oh my gosh. They were like, change this, change that. And we're just like, okay, whatever. Let's get this project over. And I'm trying to stay professional with everything. But now that it's done, I'm glad it's done. And obviously, when we talked about when brands let you say and do whatever you want and create for you guys, and the vision of how we create in our voice, So for example, one of our favorite series that did well, that we love, and series that you guys gave us feedback on that you absolutely love, you want to see more videos like that, Princess Cruises. They did a fantastic job as well. They're like, hey, listen, here's these things. Here's this playground. Go have fun at the playground. Tell us what you think about that playground. Post your videos and we'll watch them. And yeah, if it's a fun experience, a fun experience. And then if it's not, we'll take that feedback, apply it, make some changes. Sound good? And they're like, yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. And everyone was happy. We were happy. You were happy. But my point is, as we step forward into this cruise creator thing and everything's lifting and everything's growing, my question is, should we step away from more press invites? Again, reminder, it's usually 2 to 3, but that's where we stand with everything. Let me know. Do you feel like these are problems within the cruise industry, the cruise space, the overdramatic titles or the press invites? Do you think creators should not get press invites and no more paid collaborations? Do you think the clickbait needs to leave entirely? Are you guys going to start clicking on more 15 things to do and 20 things to look out for? Because honestly, that's what I enjoyed making, just giving a solid review. But I miss the good old cruise tip days. Those last 2 videos I made, just like straight off the bat, staying to the facts. Here are things you should know about MSC World America, or 20 things to look out for on Norwegian Aqua, because those ships just came out. I enjoy making those, just giving you guys the breakdown. Now, people that subscribe to the channel regularly aren't really watching it. They're really in it for the cruise vlogs. But seeing new people cruising and getting an understanding of like, hey, should I go on a cruise? We miss helping those people out. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I mean, you used to look up that type of information, right? You're trying to figure out like which cruise should I take. So I don't know. Maybe we'll continue to get back into that. They were fun to make. But yeah, the cruise drama is getting out of hand. You just go on cruises and you're getting hateful comments, and I find it all very fascinating, but I will not tolerate threats to the family. Your boy won't do it. But as always, if you dig the vibes, please subscribe. And if you care, please share. And we'll see you in paradise. Peace. If you're just watching this video right here, go check out this video. We should be at Epic on Thursday. If it's not there yet, it's because it hasn't loaded. It hasn't loaded. But if you're watching this on a Thursday, it might be up. Go watch it. It's right there. Check it out.